Subscribing to The Observer on YouTube couldn't be easier, and we're going to show you exactly how to do that. First, navigate to www.youtube.com/theobservernj. Once you get there, all you need to do is hit the subscribe button. Next to the subscribe button, click the down arrow and then all. And that's it. You're subscribed, and now anytime The Observer is live, you will be notified. Hi again, everybody. It's Kevin Canessa coming to you live from the home studio today on this, the 22nd day of July in the year 2025. Sure hope you're enjoying your Tuesdays, no matter where it is you are in the country. Here in the Northeast, 80 degrees. So hope you're enjoying the weather today and everything that it has to offer. As you do every Tuesday, welcome into your home so that I can bring you this week's news. And we're going to start off with a couple of items that are very important. But I'm going to get to the Iraq story with Mayor John Kelly of Nutley in just a moment. But I want to start off with the Blue Envelope program. I did a live video on Friday after this took place at Town Hall. But I want to talk to you a little bit more about it in case you didn't get a chance to see the video on Friday. The Blue Envelope program was devised in the state of New Jersey to assist people who have issues with who might deal with somebody who is on the autism spectrum from a police perspective. And so what these envelopes are, they're given to people who are autistic so that when they have an encounter with a police officer, the police officer who they are dealing with will be fully aware that the person is on the spectrum. There have been some cases over the years where police have met somebody who is autistic and they thought the person was either drinking or doing some kind of drugs or you name it. There have been those kinds of incidents. So these envelopes are designed so that when the police officer sees it, they know right away that they have somebody who is on the spectrum with them. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean they're driving either. They could be in the car. It could be while walking along Kearny Avenue or wherever it is. But in the state of New Jersey, all of the county prosecutors were disseminated this information, and then the county prosecutors dealt with each individual municipal police department, and that's exactly what happened in this case here. What you're seeing right now comes from the Kearny Police Department, and these are now available. So you see there are some instructions on the front of the envelope. Keep it in the visor. Keep your hands on the steering wheel unless otherwise directed, even if the officer is not near your car. If the officer may shine a flashlight in your car, may have a radio, and may have flashing strobe lights on their car. That's for any sensory issues. And then when an officer gets to the car, you let them know you have a blue envelope and then answer the questions. Now let's take a look at the back of the envelope. It is just a reminder. Police officers are certainly aware of what is on these envelopes, but it gives you a couple of ideas of what the police officer should be aware of. That the driver may exhibit signs of anxiety because of bright lights or strobes, loud noises like the radios or the sirens. And you see the rest of the bullet points that are listed underneath there. Inside the envelope, they are suggesting you keep a copy of your driver's license, vehicle registration, insurance card, and an emergency contact. There are other documents that go along with this that will help to give more specifics about each person's individual case of autism. And all of that will be part of these envelopes that you can pick up, whether it's at Town Hall, at 402 Kearny Avenue, or the Kearny Police Department, 237 Laurel Avenue, and a couple of other spots. So last Friday, Mayor Doyle, Councilman Jerry Facito, and Chief Scott McPhee launched this. They had a small press conference Friday morning at Town Hall. And even though I showed this to you on Friday, I want to make sure that anybody who may not have seen it gets a chance to see it. So without any further ado, here is that press conference from Friday morning. Take a look.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome. What an exciting morning this is for us today. Opening up our Blue Envelope opportunity. Lila DeCastro, my assistant, put up this board. It kind of explains everything, but I'm just going to say a few words. Today marks an important milestone in our town's commitment to inclusion and understanding. I'm proud to announce the launch of our Blue Envelope program, a vital initiative designed to support individuals with autism and their families in our community. This includes all of those that are non-communicative. The Blue Envelope program provides a simple yet powerful tool for our residents on the autism spectrum and other special needs. This program offers specially designed envelopes containing essential information, cards that individuals can present to the first responders, educators, and community members during interactions that might otherwise be challenging or misunderstood. Each blue envelope contains important details about communication preferences, sensory sensitivities, and helpful interaction strategies. This small but significant resource can transform potentially stressful encounters into positive, supportive experiences. Autism affects 1 in 36 children in our nation, which means it touches countless families right here in our community. By implementing this program, we are not just providing a practical resource, we're building a more inclusive community where every resident feels valued, understood, and most importantly, supported. This program is a collective effort between the town of Kearny, the Kearny Police Department, the Hudson County Prosecutor's Office, and the Hudson County Health and Human Services. I want to thank those essential partners along with Autism Advocacy Group and families who have raised their voices for programs supporting their families. Their insights, expertise, and dedication have made this initiative possible. To our first responders, teachers, and community lit members, please familiarize yourselves with these blue envelopes. When you encounter one, remember that it represents someone's courage to reach out and communicate their needs. Together, we're creating a town where differences are celebrated, understanding is cultivated with every person, regardless of how they experience the world. They can thrive. The Blue Envelope program launches today in our town. Information about obtaining envelopes and program details is available at the Kearny's Mayor's Office, the Kearny Police Department, the Clerk's Office, and the Town of Kearny website. Thank you all for helping us build a more inclusive community for all. There's some people that I really need to thank. One is Sergeant Megan Connell, Kayla Hanley from the Hudson County Mental Health Crisis Group Administrator. I want to thank them personally for pulling this all together. It's not just a blue envelope, it's an envelope with a lot of information that's very helpful when they have to communicate. I'd also like to thank Caitlin Moda. Caitlin, thank you. You're representing the prosecutor's office this morning. Thank you so much for being here. And I'd like to especially thank Erin Fallon. Where is Erin? There she is. She asked me 2 years ago if I wouldn't bring this program to Kearny. Erin, thank you so much. Kearny Police Chief Scott McPhee, do you want to say a few words?
Thank you, Mayor. Erin, I know you did ask 2 years ago, and it took 2 years to put in place, but Hudson County took it to a different level than they've done in other places. This envelope has a lot more information in it than just a blue envelope. Prosecutor Suarez and Megan Conal insisted on training throughout the county for everyone before they just distributed an envelope. So to them, we owe a great deal of thanks. In Kearny, Councilman Faceto has been after me for that entire 2 years, asking almost monthly, when are we going to have the blue envelope? So Jerry's been a driving force, the mayor's been a driving force, and the rest of the council has been supportive of this program as well. The envelopes will be available at the places that the mayor mentioned, but we're also going to have the community policing unit bring them to different groups. You'll be able to get them through the Melissa Tigliaro at the Kearny Board of Education. She's in charge of special services, and she stays in touch with this community even after they graduate school. So the Board of Ed will have them, and different places throughout town for community groups will have access to it as well. Thank you once again, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilman Pacito has been very much in the forefront trying to get this done, so I'd like to ask him to say a few words.
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor, I want to thank you and Chief McPhee and Prosecutor Suarez for making this all happen. Thank you for bringing this to our attention 2 years ago. Not only is it for those who might be on the spectrum, but it's for those who have difficulty in communication skills, and anyone in the family that might be riding in the car who an encounter may prove to be a little difficult. It has instructions on one side of the envelope for the holder of the envelope, and it has instructions on the other side for the officer involved in the encounter. Our officers were trained by the county, and they came back and they are currently training our officers presently in the program. So I just want to thank Chief McPhee, Deputy Chief Krzyzewski, and our mayor for pushing hard and to get this program done. Thank you.
I'd also like to recognize the council members that are here. We have Councilwoman Mary Trina Castro from the First Ward, and we also have George Zapata from the First Ward that are here with us today. I took the day off today. I thought it was that important that I give the time for this epic coming here. And I just want to invite the epic group to come on up. We're going to get a group picture.
So we love the Blue Envelope program just because our youngest is on the spectrum, and we feel that it helps children in the community. If they're driving with us, if he's driving with us, if something happens, we know that he'll be taken care of if he gets pulled over, or if there's a situation that might be close by, where they can identify that he's on the spectrum and doesn't cause further alarm than needed. 18, yep. High functioning is on Special Olympics, and although they're high functioning, there are still situations that will arise that you don't know, expect the unexpected. If they're questioned, they may get nervous or feel like
Absolutely.
they don't know how to.
Situation like that before?
I would say yes, a couple times. Not anything, serious enough. But even with, police cars going by, or you have to pull over for them to go by, what's going on, and, the questions get asked. So I think it helps and alleviates any issues or, emotional issues that they're feeling at the time as well.
Let me just tell you something about the two people that you saw very right at the end there. That was Kelly and Drew Scolar. I've known Kelly for a long time, and her mother, Loretta Cummings. It's interesting. I met Kelly through a tragic situation when we both lost a mutual friend in a car crash about 11 or 12 years ago, and they're very exceptional people. And their son, who is 18, is autistic, and they were happily at this unveiling because it's going to help so many people. It really is, and it's great that this is being offered in so many locations throughout the state of New Jersey. And it's interesting because one of the names that was mentioned yesterday in that press conference was Esther Suarez, who is the Hudson County prosecutor, and she is retiring on the 1st of August after 25 years of public service. I want to say she's been the Hudson County prosecutor for about 9 or 10 years, believe it or not. And she's going to have tough shoes to fill. Whoever replaces her is going to have a rough road of it. She did a very, very solid job in the time that she spent here as our prosecutor. So she deserves the retirement, and off she goes into the sunset. But after August 1st, it'll be something new. We haven't heard yet who the new prosecutor will be, but as soon as we do, we will let you know, and we wish her all the best as she enters this new phase of her life. Now, this is very important. John Kelly is the mayor of Nutley. In fact, he is the youngest in the history of the township of Nutley. And we received word last week that Mayor Kelly will be deployed to Iraq sometime in the month of August for 6 months. I don't know about you guys, but I don't ever recall a mayor being deployed, at least while he was the mayor, or she was the mayor, to go overseas. And this is big. This is very big. He'll be in Iraq. He works with the legal part of the commander's office in the unit that he works in the United States Army. And it's a very big sacrifice. Tom Evans, who you see at the right-hand side of that picture, is a commissioner of finance. He will take over as deputy mayor in Mayor Kelly's absence. He's in the center of the picture, just in case you're not familiar with who the players are in Nutley. On the left of the picture is Commissioner Joe Scarpelli, then Alphonse Petracco, and Mauro Tucci is between Evans and Kelly. So he'll be off for 6 months, and I'm sure they will handle things beautifully in his absence without him being here, but we certainly wish Godspeed and all the best of luck to Mayor Kelly as he heads out to Iraq for the next 6 months. That is a very big sacrifice, as we said earlier, and hopefully he will come home safe and sound. This happened last week in Harrison. The Junior Police Academy took place, and as part of their commitment to the young people, the Harrison Police Department brings the kids to different locations. And what you're seeing here was the day they went to the senior center, and they all served lunch to the senior center and the senior citizens who were there. That's Officer Louis Taronis there, and he is with Councilman Larry Bennett. The two of them were on hand, and they also helped to serve the meal to the senior citizens. But it's really nice to see that component of it, where the kids are being taught not only what it would be like to be a police officer, but to be of service to the community, which so many police officers indeed are. And so I thank Larry Bennett for sending us that photo and for you taking the time to take a look at it. This I saw on social media, and a good friend also texted this to me because it was on his social media page, and I have to show you this. This is Father Joe Mancini, the pastor of St. Stephen's Church in Kearny, and there he is with the new Pope, Pope Leo XIV. This took place at Castel Gandolfo, which is the summer residence of the Holy Father. I believe the Pope is leaving the summer residence tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, but while Father Joe was over in Rome for a pilgrimage, he had a chance to meet Pope Leo right there in person. And I'll tell you what, we had talked about this before he left for Rome, and I hope we're able to pull it off. But Father Joe is going to join us in a subsequent broadcast to talk about his experience going to Rome on this pilgrimage. And I certainly had no idea he was going to have an opportunity to meet the Holy Father. I don't know if he knew either, but here it is. What a shot this is. What a highlight that must have been for Father Joe and for the other pilgrims who were there from the Archdiocese of Newark and the Greek Diocese of Newark as well. But I was so glad to see that picture. What a sight to see our Father Joe right there with the new Holy Father. Absolutely stunning and beautiful photo indeed. And don't forget, in this week's edition of The Observer, we have 2 pages of classified. So if you're looking for a place to rent, if you are looking for a job, anything in that nature, we have it covered there. Jason Bernstein has 3 sports stories this week, as he does each and every week. So check that out when you get a chance as well. And later on this week, on Friday, Tony Mondero will join us for a look at the weekend weather. So don't forget, that's coming up on Friday. As well, anything else that happens to break during the course of the week. If it happens and it's important, we will bring it to you live. And that's it. Went fast today. I want to thank everybody who is watching in the background, certainly Lisa, who is here as well over at the office. I'm home today, as I am on Tuesdays during the summer. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesdays, everybody. It's a nice day, and we will see you back here on Friday from the home studio. Kevin Canessa signing off for now, and we hope to see you back here again very, very soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.